take the chance and roll the dice.
There was also the Star Trek card game, which
I knew exactly one person who had some of those cards, and they did not have enough cards to make a functional deck.
Well, yeah, because
they had hundreds of cards, but not enough to make a functional deck. Let that sink in a little bit.
It's because there was like five or six different alliances. Because you had the Federation, you had the Klingon Empire, you had the Romulans, you had later on, I think they added the Cardassians, and then you had like neutral, and so but it was ridiculous. So you had to have ships, characters, missions, planets to go to, systems that could hold those planets. Like, there were so many things to build a deck that it was ridiculous, and you couldn't basically you couldn't share things between the different things. There were no just generic basics cards to fill out your deck.
I love how these things that you're describing are massive barriers to entry, so of course no one played it, but also clearly how they were planning on making the money.
Oh yeah.
But the reason I bring up this card game is I found out the other day, actually, when I was doing research, and by research I mean messing around on various wikis, because our friend James started playing a Star Trek Adventures game with us, and I was like, okay, I want to play this. I should look into it a little bit. I found out that that game has long been out of publishing. Like, it just long ago. There's a living card game for it. There are people on the internet who are constantly making new cards and keeping the rules up to date.
They're circulating the tapes?
Yeah, effectively. But it's amazing. Like, I was like, what? This exists?
I suppose if any community could do it, would definitely be the Star Trek one.
That's fair.
Yeah, but so they have basically an online arena you can play, so they have online tournaments that they're doing for it. It's like I could have a functional deck.
And this is all just like unauthorized fan stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Let's hope that CBS never hears of it, because
well, yeah, I mean, they were kind of crummy about cosplaying recently.
Really, cosplay?
Well, what it was people had started making fan videos that had budget enough that you could kind of consider it on par with some episodes of the actual shows. Not Discovery, I'm thinking more like early Next Generation and DS9. Like, the production values and 3D graphics is getting close enough for an amateur group that you could, if you squint at it right, consider it part of the Star Trek universe. And there's a few projects like that have come out over the last 5 years.
Yeah,
not
I've seen
so much
some
last year
Kickstarters for those.
I think the one that had the Kickstarter recently was the one that got their attention because, as soon as a large amount of money's involved, CBS says, what?
Why is this not our money?
Eventually, they came to some sort of compromise. I think that movie is still kind of not authorized whatsoever. But they decided that if you're going to have video content that uses Star Trek paraphernalia, so long as you buy it from official channels rather than using fan-made costumes, they weren't going to be as shitty about it.
I see.
How does that work with Japan's new cosplay laws?
Oh, there's new ones?
Yeah, like, Japan passed cosplay laws to, in cosplayers' favor that allows them to monetize their craft without, they did something with, like, the copyright or trademark laws in Japan to allow it.
Well, I imagine if you are making a costume for someone, you can sell it to them, and the person who owns the property that you're making costumes about probably isn't able to just say, "Hey, no, that's mine. You gotta give me a cut of that."
Yeah. Okay, so Pat, do you think this is where the boss is going to be?
Not
Would
yet.
be my guess. Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay, I was asking
There
because
are a
otherwise
couple
I
more
would
switches
heal.
to flip.
What?
I said there are a couple more switches to flip.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
Those things on the left and the right, you need to flip those to make a bridge to the center, and then the boss fight happens.
So the boss happens on the bridge to the center?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
In which case, more fightin'!
I must get back to the fighting. But yeah, Pat, I am enjoying Star Trek Adventures a lot more than I thought I would. To be perfectly honest.
I mean, it's not that bad of a RPG system.
Well, the way we're playing it, I took a look at the actual rule book and I was like,
Yeah, it is kind of a convoluted mess, but the way James is simplifying it, it actually makes it quite palatable.
Oh,
That hit him right in the crotch. How did you miss? Come on, Len. Oh, and he's healing. Great.
Hey, it means he wasted his turn healing.
I didn't even know they were allowed to do that. He shot your mana bar, and you guys took damage. He turned away from you all.
That's how seriously he takes you clowns.
Look, I didn't even just even looking at you guys. Just and you take damage. You guys are like the RPG hero equivalent of tissue paper. Why is she completely immune to hand grenades? I don't get it.
Because she is. I mean, I don't know. My guess is the hand grenades probably have like some random damage value, and if it rolls too low, her defense is high enough that she's just like, meh.
Wow.
Because you know that this game is old enough that it is using some sort of RPG engine in the background that we don't understand, which is why we have all these stats on the stat sheet that mean nothing to us.
Oh yeah. Why does our gunman have 442 psyche? What does that even do?
It psychs you out.
It makes you think about it. It occupies your own brain.
The only numbers on here that I know do anything are core, which increases our magic power, speed, which is how fast we charge up our bar relative to the rest of the party, and experience points that indicate how soon until those other two numbers go up.
Sounds like you know everything you need to.
Hey, yeah. You're all set. You're a battle master.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. There's also hit points, which is how many I have until I fall down.
Also an important one, yes.
I'm also getting the distinct feeling that we need to bring in a lot more characters with area attacks. Like, just hit everything on the screen, because we're just going to be in a lot of fights. A lot of really boring, high target number fights.
But, Pat, as soon as we do that, we're going to end up in fights where there's a single enemy and we just need to, wail on him.
Well, we've got a whale spell, so that's fine. Yeah, and everybody has the capacity to bring lesser whalings individually, so I don't see the problem. Also, Maya's totally going to bite it.
Nah, Maya's fine. I used magic to heal her. She's fine.
Everything's fine. How are you?
Something terrible has happened in one of my discords.
Oh no. Is it falling apart?
Well, two of the mods appear to have had a conversation that has so far gone on for 300 messages where they're just saying one word back and forth to each other.
Uh-oh.
And most of the words are nonsense.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
That sounds like people are quite bored, is honestly what it sounds like. So.
Mutually assured distraction.
Good. Why was this in a public channel and not, say, a conversation between two of them?
Because maybe they're hoping someone will actually, like, join in.
I'm scrolling through pages and pages of blurg, yee, woohoo, arg. What's going on?
Perhaps they really are just that bored. They're waiting for someone to ask a question.
They're waiting for you to go, the hell, guys?
Oh, it's one of those things where they're desperately trying to set it up and they want somebody to say what so that they can deliver a punchline.
I mean,
that would be my
that'd
guess.
be my guess.
Anyway, you can tell that I'm paying really close attention to this.
I mean, I can't go 5 steps without getting into a fight, so
I wasn't going to say anything.
Because it seems that as soon as the screen scrolls even remotely, my characters jump way ahead of where they were and get into another fight. So,
yeah. This is the part of the game that's inspired by Final Fantasy I. We're nearing the end of the game, which means every 2 steps there needs to be a long, drawn-out battle with lots of bad guys.
Oh man, I didn't even make it that far in Final Fantasy I.
Yeah, you weren't missing a whole lot.
Yeah,
you were missing a whole lot of...
Well, I'm getting it all here.
Oh good, area attacks still work on cloaked dudes.
Yep, I think it still rolls the miss chance, but...
Bonk! Whoosh!
Ow!
Ow!
One of these hits will get through.
Yeah.
I just need one of them to get through. Oh my god, come on, guys.
Nope.
Yay!
Yay! Ugh.
Ooh, a core relic. Yeah, that means I'm just gonna do more. Now that I know how to make it work.
We're gonna use more mana. Zip!
Okay, there's gonna be a fight.
Yep.
Okay.
There's another rock chunk.
There it is. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that... Could that not have happened, please? Could they have arrived by any other means instead?
That was unpleasant.
That was a strange noise.
That was awfully juicy for a lava pit.
I don't know if it was the lava pit that made that noise. Was that a hellgack? Because everything that flies in this game is a hellgack.
No, it was not a hellgack, because hellgacks at least resemble some sort of hoofed animal in reality.
No, which one?
You know, the swollen ones that float.
Nice. Oh, so a llama.
Go, War Mech! Use Tantrum!
Maya used Heat Seeker.
Maya used Heavy Ordnance! It's super effective, because holy crap.
Maya used I've had enough of this.
Lead used Wrench! Again!
Bonk.
Lead used
Lead does
Bonk,
seem
go
to
to
be
horny
falling
jail.
behind in terms of fighting strength.
That's because it's once again her thing of she goes up a level once every time they go up 20.
But why?
Because.
Okay. I'm
kind of dreading what her fighting power will be like once Maya hits level 99.
That'll probably only be level, 30 at that point?
Oh.
And then we'll instantly jump to level 99.
In which case, she'll be the same level as everybody else, but having been such a lower level from everybody else, yet still being at the same fighting strength, means she's going to be completely dominating the field.
Probably.
Which I suppose is appropriate because she's technically the poster child of this entire game. She's the one on the cover of the box, not Maya.
No, Maya's on the front cover, at least.